Deep in a kingdom where castles stretched to the sky and forests whispered secrets, Cinderella and Rapunzel were two faces in the crowd, but worlds apart in their stories. Cinderella lived ash-covered days under the cruel hand of her stepmother, dreaming of escape beyond the kitchen's soot-streaked walls. Rapunzel, locked high in a tower by her enchantress guardian, spent her hours weaving dreams from the sunlight that streamed endlessly onto her golden hair. Both longed for freedom. Both longed for a different ending. But what neither knew was that their paths were about to cross, like threads in a magical tapestry. It began one morning when Cinderella, trembling with quiet rebellion, sneaked into the woods behind her family's manor to escape her chores. She wandered as sunlight dappled the leaves, feeling the weight of her struggles ease with every step. That was when she heard it. A voice carried on the wind, soft yet clear, humming a tune so magnetic that it drew her deeper into the forest. Following the melody, she came across a clearing where, in the middle, stood a tall tower without doors. Perched high above was Rapunzel, her golden hair cascading like sunlight over the stone. Cinderella stopped, stunned. Rapunzel paused her song and leaned out of her window, spotting Cinderella below.
"You're not an enchantress," Rapunzel said cautiously.
"Are you here to take me away?" "Take you away?" Cinderella called back, blinking in surprise. "No, I was just following your voice. It's beautiful." Rapunzel tilted her head, intrigued but wary. "Then why are you here?" Cinderella hesitated, unsure of her answer. "I think I'm looking for something." Rapunzel softened, her curiosity sparking. "Maybe I am too." And so it began, a meeting of two kindred spirits yearning for freedom from their cages. From that day, Cinderella would slip into the woods to visit Rapunzel, carrying scraps of food from her kitchen or stories of the world below. Rapunzel shared knowledge of the stars and potions she'd secretly learned from her tower books. They bonded over their dreams, dreaming of castles, wild escapes, and far-off lands. But their challenges weren't far behind. One afternoon, Cinderella rushed through the woods, her face pale. "The prince is hosting a ball," she told Rapunzel breathlessly. "It's my chance to escape my stepmother. But I fear her cruelty. If she discovers, I'll try to go." Rapunzel's heart sank for her friend. "You must go," she declared, determination sparking in her eyes. "And I'll help you." Rapunzel spent days weaving spells from strands of her enchanted hair, crafting an unseen charm into Cinderella's old dress. When the day came, Rapunzel tied the charm around her friend's wrist. "This will turn your dress into one fit for a princess. Be brave, and promise you'll come back." Cinderella nodded, tears filling her eyes. At the ball, Rapunzel's magic transformed Cinderella into a vision of elegance. The prince, captivated by her charm, danced with her until midnight. But as the clock struck 12, the magic unraveled, and Cinderella fled, leaving behind a single glass slipper in her wake. Meanwhile, back at the tower, Rapunzel faced her own challenge. The enchantress had grown suspicious about Rapunzel's frequent conversations at the window. She wove a spell too powerful for Rapunzel to resist, binding her hair to the tower in a way she couldn't undo. When Cinderella returned to the clearing, she saw Rapunzel crying high above and realized her friend's plight. Cinderella searched the woods and found the strength she'd once thought she lacked. She tore vines from the trees, weaving them together to form a rope. With careful knots and sheer determination, she climbed the tower's height inch by inch until she reached her friend's window. "All this time," Cinderella said, breathless but smiling, "you helped me out of my cage. Now it's my turn." Together, they hatched a plan, combining Rapunzel's knowledge of magic and Cinderella's courage. They managed to break the enchantress's spell, freeing Rapunzel's golden hair from the tower. And when the prince found Cinderella, his heart set on the girl who owned the glass slipper, she made him promise one thing: he would help both her and her friend find true freedom. In the end, Cinderella and Rapunzel ventured beyond the kingdom's borders, their dreams unlocked. The prince's castle became a refuge, not for fairy tales, but for building their own futures. Because sometimes, escape isn't about crowns or towers, it's about finding strength in one another. And for Cinderella and Rapunzel, their intertwined stories proved that courage and friendship can rewrite even the most stubborn tales.